Welcome back. This is 86 Reviews, and this is S.H Figuarts' Dragon Ball Z Great Ape Vegeta. S.H Figuarts' Dragon Ball Z Great Ape Vegeta, or Oozaru Vegeta, was released in Japan on the 22nd of July as a Bandai premium exclusive, retailing for 18,700 yen, or roughly $180. Now, it is common knowledge that amongst the Dragon Ball community that creator Akira Toriyama was heavily influenced by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, so much as to base the main protagonist Son Goku on the mythical character Sun Wukong, or the Monkey King. Toriyama was also a huge fan of kaiju, or giant monster movies, one of which has since become a cinematic icon in American film history, King Kong. These influences would eventually lead to Toriyama to conceptualize the first ever Dragon Ball transformation in the series, Oozaru, or Great Ape. It was in the Saiyan arc that we first witnessed a fully controlled Oozaru form. What was originally considered a mindless savage state, through experience and vigorous training, Vegeta was able to control the Great Ape form to gain the upper hand in the final battle between the two Saiyan warriors. When you first pick up Great Ape Vegeta, the first thing you will notice is how heavy the figure is. Considering the size, this should be no surprise. However, even standing at 31 centimeters, its official advertised height still feels rather hefty. That's because the upper torso inner frame is completely die-cast, offering much needed support for those heavy ape-like arms. The figure is exceptionally well sculpted, highlighting every crack, crevice, scratch, and tear in Vegeta's armor and bodysuit. Further inspection shows the figure is completely unpainted, with the exception of the eyes, nostrils, and mouth. Though colored molded plastic without paint does mean that we don't have to worry about paint rub, especially on such an expensive figure, a little shading and panel line work would have definitely taken this figure to the next level. I particularly like the sculpted fur on the head sculpt, perfectly transitioning from fur to what still resembles Vegeta's hair. Again, while I would definitely prefer some paint application to give the details a little more depth and variation to a somewhat monotone brown, it can't be denied that the head sculpt is very accurate to the source material. With what little paint detail we do get, the eyes are very clean, with no paint defects on the teeth and gums. For accessories, Great Ape Vegeta comes with a pair of fists, a pair of open palms, one right pointing hand, and a pair of Goku grabbing hands, miniature Goku included. Though the details are a little washed out, it does serve its purpose and is a very welcome accessory in recreating a very iconic scene from the animation. In addition to hands, Great Ape Vegeta also comes with the necessary faceplate for said scene. Speaking of iconic scenes, a miniature Yajirobe is also included, and like Goku, the details are a little soft, however surprisingly well painted for its size. My only complaint are the slippers were left undone. To accompany Yajirobe, the remaining portions of the tail after it had been cut is also included. However, it does lack the necessary paint applications. Tamashii has also given us a display stand which incorporates an extension for Yajirobe to recreate his mid-flight tail cutting pose. While I do appreciate the inclusion of this stand, ratchet joints and all, it will probably stay in the box unused. Also, if by skipping the stand meant they could have included other accessories or even lower the price, I would probably have opted for the latter. Due to the shape and position of the head sculpt, articulation is rather hindered. Left and right movement is restricted by the armor and side hair pieces. Up and down movement is only made possible via a neck joint, and head tilt is almost non-existent. The jaw is on a hinge which allows the mouth to open, but once again is locked in a closed mouth position due to the neck. To open the jaw, you'll need to push the head forward, unlocking this position, which then allows you to move the jaw down, exposing a tongue which is also on a hinge. The shoulder pads, like the Goku body, are attached via a ball joint to the butterfly's shoulders. This allows the arms to move freely without hindrance. As mentioned, Great Ape Vegeta incorporates butterfly joints that allow the arms to move very far into the chest. However, this also leaves a large gap visible from behind. The shoulders rotate 360 degrees. The arms that connect the shoulders use ratchet joints. Masterpiece Transformer collectors will appreciate this. There is upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows which extend a little over 90 degrees, and of course large wrist joints for hinged and swivel movement. While the torso is made up of two separate pieces, it doesn't offer much in terms of ab crunch. The upper and lower torso swivel is also a little limited, and I do caution you from pushing it too far, as this may risk scratching the blue waist plastic. Legs, on the other hand, are a little better than I expected. Despite not being able to move the legs back, Vegeta is able to kick 90 degrees forward. And a relatively impressive side split as well. There is upper thigh swivel, ratcheting double knees, which unfortunately only gets 90 degrees, feet that bend up and down, toe articulation, and ankle pivot. One thing to note, that while the left ankle pivot is supported by ratcheting joints, the right foot isn't. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but please let me know if your copy is the same. And not to forget the tail, which is on a hinge, allowing it to move up and down, and 360 rotation. So the question remains, to buy or not to buy? With all the exciting releases Tamashii has announced this year, it's hard to keep up and collect every figure. Even for me, the $180 price tag was a little steep. Not to say that I didn't pre-order this guy immediately, however I can understand that despite being spoiled with so many releases, the line has become a little intimidating. So am I saying Great Ape Vegeta isn't worth a hefty price tag? No, not at all. All things considered, when compared to other high-end collectibles, Masterpiece Transformers, Tamashii's Soul of Chogokin line, even Hot Toys to some degree, I think this is quite reasonable. Of course, I would have preferred the price point a little lower, say the 120 mark, get rid of the stand and definitely add in some more paintwork, but the excellent sculpt work, the quality of the parts, die-cast frame, and ratcheting joints, I do feel this is an exceptional release. Is it for everyone? No. Definitely not, but it does open a lot of possibilities for larger scale figures like Porunga, and maybe even possibly a golden great ape. Once again, and I know I've said this many times, I'm very excited for this line and its future. Only good things to come. I hope Tamashii keeps expanding the Dragon Ball universe, and of course, making all releases available worldwide. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, you guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Yoroshiku!